us. They not like us.
Blessings and blessings, beautiful souls. It's so good to be alive. I want to pop in here and remind you that most of the stuff you've been believing about yourself isn't true. That there's nothing for you to fix, per se. Only for you to reveal. Only for you to remember. Only for you to allow yourself to truly see with the eye behind the eye. Only for you to allow yourself to be moved by this beautiful gift we have in the now moment. And so I'm going to ask and request that you all start to put your questions here below. Anything you'd like support around, I'm going to invite a being, a soul, pop up perfect. If you don't, all good. But I am asking, because I'm just going to be answering questions around abundance, around money, around opening one's portal and channel. There she is. Hello, beautiful soul.
Hi, Preston. I was in Kaboom with you. You may or may not remember me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a lot of trauma. It's 4 years now, and I'm finally coming out of the relationship I got in at the beginning of Kaboom, which fucked my whole life up. It's my fault, right? Obviously. And I was trying to do trauma coaching during this, and that's why I couldn't do it. It's because I was going through my own trauma. So I'm labeled PTSD 100% through the VA. How do you navigate that when you've got a diagnosis and there's nothing to fix, but you feel like there is? And
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you for going there. Thank you for sharing, not just with me, but with all these beautiful souls that are here listening. It's a big deal. You hear that? Yeah, as we weather the storms. Look at this. Just a little. This is my part of my backyard.
yep, I'm
So as
here
we
in Austin too. I'm experiencing it with you.
yes, there you go. So let's just start with you use the language. The relationship fucked my life up. All right. Is that true?
That relationship added more things that I was trying to escape from.
Okay. So talk to me. Did it fuck your life up, or did it just illuminate the shit you had been running from?
Woof. Yeah, it illuminated. I wanted help with my kids, and this guy came in to help me, and I have 2 more kids now. So that didn't help.
Yes. Tell me about the each of your kids. Just a quality of each of your kids that you love.
I love that they're not like me in some ways. That's what I like.
I hear you on that one. And let's go to the affirmative, because that wouldn't. Underneath what you're saying is you still think you're a piece of shit, and that you're somehow broken or wrong or fucked up or dirty. And as somebody who has lived that way for a long time, I know it's not true. You're not fucked up. Even with the label, you're not fucked up. You're navigating. Do those kids eat every night?
Every night.
Do they have a safe space to live and experience life?
Sometimes.
Based on results, are they living in a safe environment?
Okay, let me give you, okay, let's just add to the thunder, right? I had a daughter commit suicide 2 years ago. So, no, sometimes I'm not a safe space. Sometimes they don't have that.
I hear that. Oof. I'm so sorry. So sorry. From the human experience, as a father, that would fucking destroy me. From a spiritual perspective, I know that the moment I gave my kids life, I also handed them this thing called death. And I also know that I would like to write it in a particular way. Here's how they're going to live. And then at 85, they will die in their sleep exactly how I would like to write it. That's all my personality stuff. So from a personality perspective, I feel your fucking pain. And we currently don't know enough to know whether we're fucked up, they're fucked up, or that it's not working. All right, let me ask you this. Do you believe do you believe in a God? Let's start there.
Yeah, that comes from religion. So.
Okay, so then what God do you want to believe in?
The same spirit we all have, a spirit of oneness.
Okay. And do you believe that that oneness spirit, and let's unpack that just a little bit more. So what you mean by oneness, tell me more.
It means we're the same. So when I think of God, it takes me away from myself so I can separate myself so that I can share with you, because I'm afraid you're not going to be able to handle what I'm telling you right now. But I know that you are me, so it's fine. And I can tell you with vulnerability and you're able to handle that. And if not, like, I can sit here with you in the space and be with you.
Okay. So when you're operating from your higher self, you have a belief that God is, and that it operates in between both of us and all of us, and it's interconnected and interwoven into everything.
Exactly.
Okay. And then I also hear in your lower base thoughts that you're somehow special in your fucked upness.
Like the most fucked up person in the world, I pretty much gave myself a trophy.
That. So what imprisons us also points to our freedom. So the very thing that is the heaviest, the very thing that we grapple with, right? Your complaint is your mission. So the very thing that you're complaining about, PTSD, fucked upness, all the trauma that you believe is true about you, is actually the portal. And so the work would be to see the lie. So what's the lie?
That I'm special.
There we go. Tell me more about that.
It started from childhood when I was sexually abused, and I think he only abused me and not my sisters. And so I felt like the fucked up one.
Yes. There we go. How much do you know about the nervous system?
A lot.
Yes.
I just went to Human Garage yesterday, right? Like, we've been getting it out, right? I've been working on this, Preston. I'm working with you, working with the shit. Fuck.
Let's go. So tell me what you know about the nervous system.
It needs to be regulated. I got to do practices every day. The breath helps a lot. Yep. It's stored in the body.
Real talk. What's stored in the body?
The trauma. All this.
There we go. And what do we know about the psyche of a child?
It's very absorbable, I guess.
Yep. So, okay, now let's do it like this, okay? So is your Crystal, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's Crystal the adult, and there's Crystal the child. And we'll call this one the wounded child. On a day-to-day basis, which one is talking the loudest?
The wounded child.
There we go. And why would that be the case? For not just you,
unsafe.
There we go. For not just you, but for most humans, right? Because you're not even special in this. If we pulled up, there's 61 motherfuckers on here. If we put up all 61, all of them would have a similar story. Maybe not as fucked up. Some would be worse, some would be less. In the eyes of what, though? Compared to what and for the sake of what, right? No fucking competition here. I could go ahead and list off all those things that have happened to me, and here the fuck I am, right? So you're saying to me, and I love how educated you are, by the way, Crystal. Fuck yes to you understanding this already, right?
Thank you.
Because that's half the battle. So you're telling me that the wounded child talks the loudest daily.
Absolutely.
And the main story she tells herself is what?
I'm fucked up.
Mm.
Or I gotta do this shit by myself.
That one. Oof. How does that feel?
That sucks.
When you... Mm-hmm.
And I am isolated in Austin. Isolated in Austin.
Mm. Okay.
It just doesn't make sense.
Maybe-ish, right? So it depends on how you define isolated. Do you talk to no one?
No, recently I started.
Ah, there we go. So then, listen, catch it again. So who spoke there? The wounded child or the adult in the room? When you said, I am isolated, as in now. Which one spoke?
I am isolated. I feel like that's the adult.
Is it though? It's not true. You just told me it wasn't true.
Oh shit. You know what, Preston? I have to tell you, recently I hate liars, and I realized I've lied so much, and it's this. And I'm like, my biggest quality and my best value is integrity, and that's why I've been hiding, because I don't like this. I don't like this duality.
Okay, so here's the beautiful thing, right? We know that there's two, right? The wounded child protector out in front screaming, trying to make sure that nothing ever hurts us again, ever. And then the adult, right? The one that knows. The good mom, the one that's tapped in, the one that goes to the human garage, the one that puts her hand up on a fucking live, the one that goes first, the one that's transparent, the one that's willing, that one who I keep seeing right here, right? And then this little motherfucker keeps going, nah, bitch, I got it. Nah, bitch, I got it. I will not let you win, right?
Yeah.
So here's the beautiful thing. And I'm speaking to this not as a concept. This is literally how I got here, right? This is not a chance. I fucking did it, bro. Like,
I get it.
fully, right?
Yeah.
The levels of toxic shame. Everybody has their stuff.
Mm.
But I'll say that one of my highest ones that I've had to work through is toxic shame. The one that has the belief from childhood that the abuse that I experienced across the board and the special education, because all of us were little black ghetto kids. But to be a black ghetto kid who was then placed in a special education, that makes me especially fucked up. Because we're all fucked up. We're in the same soup. But how am I? I'm even more? I'm dumber than all my friends, right? So I'm just sharing with you. I could go on and on and on. All of that, I've had to continuously make the distinction. Oftentimes, or I'll say this, mastery is in the crevices. And I think that's what you're discovering right now, right? Big lies, you don't do, right? You're not big liar.
Right.
But it's the crevices, it's the fucking lies, the insidious stories that you've been believing about yourself that then creep into the fabric of your life.
Yeah.
So, here's what I want you to do. I want to put you on a 7-day fast where you fast from worry, complaint, and lack and limitation. Worry, complaint, lack, and limitation.
Okay.
The reason for this, and what I mean by it, let me get even more specific. It's not that worry, complaints, and lack and limitation won't come up. It's how fast, right? For 7 days, you're just going to train the muscle, right? You're going to work the muscle of every time that wounded child comes up and tries to protect, you are going to sit her little ass back down. Quick. Hey, I know, I've been here with you. I fucking know. And for the next 7 days, you stay back. And I'm going to speak a new truth, right? So I say often, and I do this with myself, self-talk, right?
Yep.
Auto-suggestion would be the term. You speak what you seek until you see what you said.
There we go.
There we go. Right?
That's right.
So begin to tell a new truth. right? So the wounded self says, hey, you're isolated in Austin. The adult jumps in and says, hey, baby Crystal, I fucking love you. And we both know that's a bullshit lie because we just opened ourselves up. And the moment we opened ourselves up, we started having people to talk to, friends to connect with. It's happening. That simple.
True.
Then you go about your day.
What about this next thing? Little Crystal's telling me, but Big Crystal, can you please hold the fucking boundaries?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold the boundaries? That's my problem with Big Crystal. Little Crystal is mad at Big Crystal for the boundary thing because even with the guy,
Yep.
he'd been stalking me here in Austin, and I kept saying, but I'm such a kind person. I gotta let him in. Gotta let him in. And my little person was like, the fuck you will. You even have other kids here. He's dangerous. Stay out. Keep him out. And I'm like, I'm being like my mother. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Ish. Okay, so listen, Crystal, this is gonna be a heavy hand. It's gonna hurt a little bit.
It's okay.
If there's one crazy person, there's two.
I heard this
always
the other day. You got me with that one. Fuck, man.
Right?
I get it.
So you got to stop demonizing him. It doesn't mean he's not an asshole. It doesn't mean he doesn't have fucked up qualities, but so do you.
Yeah.
Right? Both of you were programmed and conditioned by the weapon of mass distraction and a whole bunch of other hurt people that hurt each of you in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And so he brought his craziness to the dance, and you brought your craziness to the dance, and you shook on it, and you said, thank you. Please, I will trade you fucked upness, right?
Yeah.
The beautiful thing is that you got two amazing children out of it. That's the beautiful thing, right? So you have these living, breathing demonstrations and reminders, right, of the pureness. There is so much I am for my children because of what I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
There's places and understandings that most people would never have, like you and I would, because of the levels, right, of feeling like, okay, everybody's got their stuff, but I'm especially messed up. That's my number one story from childhood.
Same. Yeah.
Number one. So knowing that I can parent in ways that most people could not.
Yeah, it's true.
Follow?
It's true. Yeah.
I can catch the insidious toxic shame that may be slipping into my children's. And the beautiful thing is, our job is to be a demonstration of what's possible. So if for nobody else to sit little Crystal down, do it for those kids.
Yeah.
7 days.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate you so much.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Fuck. Right? No mistakes. Congratulations. We're going to be doing more and more stuff here in Austin. Please, whenever you see anything that I'm doing, come, or if you fucking see me down the street, come hug me, jump in my arms. Let's do this. Like, real talk. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Thank
Okay.
you. All right.
I don't know how to.
I'm going to try to figure out how to get off. Let me figure it out. I might just have to knock myself off.
Yeah.
Oh, leave. I got it. I got you. I got you. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Everybody else in the comments, just drop a 1 in the comments if that was helpful. Just so we love on Crystal and help her understand that her going first, her putting her hand up was a gift to all of us, right? Oftentimes we really don't get how important it is to work together in community, to allow ourselves to be seen inside of community. I'm gonna take one more. Lisa, I don't see your hand up. I see other people's hands up. So, Lee, come on up. Okay. You can share something and you can ask something. You share it here and I'll read it, or you can put your hand up. I just called on Lee. Let's see if she takes it. Again, Crystal, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Lee, I'm calling you again. Let's see if you accept it. If not, Lolo, you have to actually put in a request to get called on. Trey, I am Trey Jackson. I just called you. There we go. Let's see what happens. Mr. Trey accepts. There we go.
Hey,
Blessings, my bro. Good to see you.
you as well, brother.
Uh-huh. Okay, talk to me. What's your question?
It's my first time on your live, so I'm honored to have been here and witness, and looking forward to just exploring more of your content. Uh, my question is, it says abundance coaching. It's really around. I just turned 32 last month,
Mm.
and I'm at a financial all-time low. Everything is compounded. The rent is like multiple months past. Everything, it seems like everything has just teamed up, and I just had stuff happen that like made stuff has happened, and I'm an entrepreneur, freelancer, been dealing with this.
Just making sure we're there. Can you guys all hear me? He just went out for a second. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Just type yes in the comments if you can still hear me, and make sure we're good to go. Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right. I don't know if Instagram lets me kick someone off, but I'm going to answer his question because I heard it already inside of what he's sharing, which is what to do next, where to go from here. Again, money is a byproduct. Money is a side effect. It is an after effect of how I am perceiving myself and my willingness to play and explore life. Okay. So he shared that he is an entrepreneur. And so the assumption I'm going to make, that may be right, it may be wrong, is that oftentimes, especially spiritual types, entrepreneurs, have we have getting a job has a bad connotation to it. And I was sharing with a friend recently that if I had to, I'd work at a Starbucks. If I had to, if my rent was due, I'd give plasma. I'd walk dogs. I'd do Uber Eats at night. I'd do whatever it took to take care of myself and my family and put myself in position. Oftentimes we underestimate what can be done in 3 to 5 years and overestimate what can be done in 6 months. And so this guy says he's 32, right? I'll be 44 this year. And I remember 32. 32 was one of my all-time lowest moments in my money game. And yet it was a setup for something that I couldn't see or understand at the time. And so I want to challenge any of you who are currently experiencing what you would call money issues and tell you to do your best to rethink that statement. Now, on the surface, like just straight to the middle, yes, you don't have as much money flowing through your account right now as you would like. However, it doesn't mean that the money isn't flowing. My wife and I, and just drop a yes in the comments one more time, just if you guys are hearing me correctly. I just want to make sure everybody's still hearing me. So my wife and her best friend Tennille build clean water wells in Tanzania, and I've gone for years and years and years. And what happens is after we drill the well and they put the pump on, there's a moment when you get to the pump where you can pump and pump and pump, and it seems like, oof, let it land for a second. It seems like no water is coming. But one of the things we tell all the volunteers is just keep pumping. Just keep pumping. Just because you can't see it with your eyes doesn't mean it's on its way. Doesn't mean it's not flowing. It's a process for it to make its way up. And so if you stop pumping, then you stop the flow. Money, air, energy, trees, leaves, Everything is always moving, shifting, and changing. There's nothing on the planet that is static. The idea that you're stuck is a bullshit, flat out lie. You are not stuck. Nothing is static. Just keep pumping. Now, the question is how to pump. Where do I pump from? Do I pump from scarcity? Oh, please, water, please come, please come. Or do I know the truth of my being, that I will never be forsaken? That there is never a storm that lasts forever, and that this, whatever's coming and going will come and go, just like everything that has ever occurred in my life. So I pump from faith. I pump from power. I pump from deep truth. I connect to my ancestors. I connect to that part of me that knows that I'm here to give something deeper than I currently can even understand. There's something occurring for each and every one of you that's calling you forward. And so your work is to pump from the context of abundance. Because even at your lowest, your heart is still beating. Even at your lowest, your eyes are still working. You still get to breathe in this beautiful, beautiful air and allow the function, the organs and the trillions of cells all to dance in your body and just to do their thing. That's still occurring. And so I'm going to end the point, and I'm going to end this live in a second. Ask yourself, where am I currently swimming in? And of course, as it pertains to an aspect of my life where I feel abundant, let that land. Where? Some of you, it may be working out, right? I feel abundant working out. I feel strong in my body working out. Awesome. For some of you, it may be relationships. I feel abundant when it comes to relationships. I love myself. I love my family. I love my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my cousin, my sister, my friends, wherever, right? These are aspects. These are domains of life. And then there's the domain called money. And so you get to ask yourself, okay, if I feel abundant here and really abundant here, but not so abundant here, what is it that I'm doing, being, and having over here? What is it that I'm doing, being, and having over here that I'm not doing, being, and having right here? I started working out again, right? The gun shows here. P. Diddy I'm coming back online, right? And for many years, I had a story that you couldn't be rich and buff and strong, that something had to give. And so what I did is the same thing I'm asking you guys to do. I said, okay, well, P, you have enough course when it comes to making money, when it comes to serving people, when it comes to coaching, you have that lives in you as a truth. What if you had that same context when it came to your health, your strength, running, working out, right? Doing mixed martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, right? And I just tried it on. And what happened was I got a little glimpse of some goodness. It felt good to do it. And I followed those, right? Follow your bliss. Pay attention to what makes your heart smile. That thing will lead you to the next step in your evolution. You don't have to know, you just have to know where the knower inside. You don't have to know, you just have to know the knower inside. You don't have to know. You don't have to know it all. You just have to know the part of you that's being called, that's being beckoned, that's being pulled towards something. The rest of it will take care of itself. Blessings and blessings, beautiful souls. I'll come back on here tomorrow and we'll do this all over again. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm going to share this on my page. The moment I share it, go back, leave a comment, and share it onto yours. I think that these conversations are deeply important, and abundance is giving to others as well. Don't just keep it for you. Don't just keep it for you. Give it to others. Blessings and blessings. I fucking see you all. For real.